You're listening to the Focused Fitpreneur Show, an on-top performance academy podcast production. On today's show, Coach Gracie has a deep dive conversation with an inspiring health and fitness fitpreneur. Discover how they have built or are building their side hustle, career or business, how they are making a big impact, and in many cases making big money. Join Coach Gracie, a passionate entrepreneur, speaker, professional educator, and high-performing coach, and learn from his guests' success stories, their triumphs, and their tragedies.
Hello, this is Coach Gracie, your high-performance coach, and a warm welcome to all the inspired fitpreneurs joining us today. I'm excited that you're here with us today. I appreciate you and all the incredible things you are already doing or you're about to do. A shout out and thank you to all our friends and listeners in Hawthorne, Victoria today. I have two amazing humans here with me today. They are young, fun, smart, and exciting fitpreneurs. Both are elite athletes competing in sports aerobics at an international level. They were both in the Australian team that placed second in the highest level of world competition, an incredible achievement by anyone's standard. Now help me welcome our featured guests, Paige Kirby and Jasmine Lockett, the founders of United Sports Aerobics and fitness industry entrepreneurs.
Thanks for having us, Gracie. Where do we get started?
Today, we're going to be digging down into your story, your athletic success, your passion for aerobics, and your successful entry into the fitness industry. You have succeeded at an international level, coming second in the world as professional sports aerobics athletes, and now founders of a fast-growing club of your own. And I want you to share with our audience today how you did that and what you discovered about how to turn that incredible passion for sport into something positive in your life. That is now having a big impact on so many young people at your club. I know there are many purpose-driven people listening to the Focused Fitpreneur Show, people with big hearts and a desire to also make a big impact, who have not yet started or have not yet built the career, business or income that they really want or deserve. Whether you're just starting out or already making six figures in this amazing industry of ours and you really want to launch or leverage and explode your career or business, my guests and I are here to greet you exactly at the place you are right now and to help you go on to the next level as a high performance focused fitpreneur. Okay, Jaz and Paige, I ask this question of all of my guests. If you were asked by somebody who is not in the industry, someone who knows nothing about health and fitness industry at all, or clubs like yours, how would you describe what you do at United Sports Aerobics?
Okay, so at United Sports Aerobics, we run aerobics classes for kids primarily aged 6 to 17, 18, 19, 20s, all the way up to adult. And most of our kids compete in aerobics competitions. So we train strength, fitness, flexibility, power, and we teach that same routine that they compete the whole year. We work on technique, execution, and all the fundamentals that you need for aerobics. We also have some recreational athletes that just like to do it for the pure joy. And it's a really good environment where kids can be social while also getting fit and healthy. And then at the end, get to perform on stage.
Sounds fantastic. For the listeners that may not be familiar with aerobics as an elite sport, and which it has been for decades, would it be fair to say that you could make a comparison to dance clubs, gymnastics clubs, even martial arts clubs, where you have athletes that go there to compete at the Olympics when it comes to martial arts, but then you've also just got those that go there to get fit, healthy, social connection, and just get moving and be fit and healthy. Would that be a fair comparison?
Yeah, it's kind of like a style of dance in a way, and it also incorporates gymnastics and cheerleading elements into it as well, because you have a lot more strength elements than what you would a typical dance routine. So it's fast-paced music.
A lot more high impact as well.
Yeah. Like as soon as you start, it's like 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what separates it from those other genres.
Yeah.
I was an aerobics teacher back in the 80s. I won't flash up an image of me in my neon headbands and my spandex pants because that might scare away a lot of the people watching this on YouTube. But aerobics was the first group fitness, high intensity class. It was wonderful. So it was designed initially for fitness, but there was a lot of choreography in it and there was a lot of complex moves. I can remember back then too, a lot of injuries too, because back in the day, being able to perform those moves without having the strength and conditioning come prior to it did cause problems. And I assume that hasn't changed. And that's exactly the reason why you are educating yourself more so on the fitness space to incorporate that into the club. Would that be true to say?
Yeah, because conditioning's a part of it. Like, you need to be conditioned and you need to have the strength in order to complete the elements properly. Our youngest kids, like, they start conditioning as soon as they walk through the doors. Of course, it's age appropriate, but you're building those fundamentals from the get-go to help prevent injury.
It's a paid club. It's a business. It's a commercial business that's growing. It's something that I know you are both very, very passionate about from an entrepreneurial point of view, and we will chat about that a little later on. But right from the get-go, just congratulations for an amazing achievement, both in yourselves as elite athletes and having the courage to jump into the commercial space. You're both doing an amazing job. But let's go back to the beginning. How did you personally discover aerobics? Was it like your kids in the club? Was it at school? Was it in a club? How did you guys discover it personally? And then how did you guys meet?
We both discovered aerobics through school. So pretty much it was just a school program run by a teacher offering sport aerobics. You'd usually train at lunchtime or recess, maybe before or after school, and it was just sort of a school sport almost that was offered, and we both did that. And I think once you do it, you usually get addicted to it because it's just so incredible and exhilarating. And then we both went to an aerobics club that offered classes outside of school because you just want more. And we met when I was 13 and you were 12.
Yeah.
And we got put in a team together. And we actually competed a few times when we were quite young in a team together, and we went to Worlds together. And we, sort of started there. And after a few years, we ended up being in a team together when we were both in our 20s. And that's when we became very close, traveling overseas together and competing together at such a high level. And that's where our friendship and sort of mutual love for the sport and this industry began.
Yeah, share the same passion.
Yeah.
Like attracts like. And at that level of competition, you are as elite an athlete as anyone in any genre. And so when you find somebody who you can connect with that's going through the same things you're going through, the highs and the lows, that is an incredibly powerful friendship to have. And it's also true when you are in business, to find others that have been where you want to go, that have been in the trenches, that have learnt the lessons, that resonate with you. That's the key to success. Would you say that the fact that you have each other is one of the reasons why you've been able to achieve something at such a young age that a lot of others haven't?
100%. Yeah. We always say, like, I could not do it on my own.
I never would have done it by myself.
No. Like, having another person as a soundboard is, like, I have absolutely no regrets.
No.
And there's no way I would have done it on my own because it's just, there is a lot to it. And with aerobics, there's so much behind the scenes work as well. So we create routines, and because we have competitions, you're completing entries, you're, literally everything, all the invoicing. There's so much going on behind the scenes, as well as putting on the front and going to coaching every afternoon, coaching all of the kids.
Putting them on stage.
Yeah. Competitions. Like, we're there on 12-hour days, back to back, putting kids on stage. It's just so nice having that other person. And these days, we pretty much think the same a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it was even the other week, we had 2 different groups and we both pretty much gave them the same choreography. And we didn't even realize. It's like we're literally just morphed into one these days. I get called Paige all the time. She gets called Jaz all the time. It's
we're one and the same.
Yeah.
I love it. You are so lucky. I want to ask you a question because for me and 99.9% of the people listening, we never have and probably never will achieve a second place in a world competition at an elite athletic level. I just want to know, what did that feel like? What sort of emotions did you go through? Because we all know the journey would have been massive to get there, and then all of a sudden we're second in the world. I mean, what did that feel like?
It was quite an unbelievable feeling. Like, I remember you have to sort of wait for results to come out, and you like scroll on the phone because you have to do a few rounds. So you do like semis and then your finals. So I remember coming off after semis, and I remember thinking, I don't even think we cracked the top 8. So I was stressing.
That's that voice in your head. That's what Jaz is there to knock off your shoulder. Let's just get rid of that voice, okay?
Honestly, and we had half of the team going, no, like we'll be in the final. And a couple of the girls were on top of the stairs, and they like shout, they're like, we're in second. And we were like,
I was one of those,
And we were like, oh my God. And then you then had to switch and go, oh my God, we've got to back that up and stay second.
That was like the scariest part, going into finals as second.
So knowing, that finals presentation was insane, because you get to stand up on the podium with people you've idolized as well. So like you're up there, but you're taking in that you're second in the world. And then you're also looking up and you have people you've idolized for years standing there with you. So it's all just, it's insane.
It's an adrenaline rush that just can't be explained.
Lots of tears.
Of joy. You can't put it. You really can't put it into words. Congratulations, guys! Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thanks.
Now, we met at a workshop, or a couple of workshops actually, that I ran for the national accreditation here in Australia to become a fitness professional. And at those workshops, you told me that you'd already started your club. Your club's actually been going for a couple of years before you attended that workshop or started your national accreditation successfully, and it's growing. But I want to know, what made you go back to study? What made you go back to broaden your knowledge? We touched earlier on the fact that there is a lot of strength and conditioning and more complex health and fitness elements in the sport. Was that the reason why, or was there other reasons?
There's no real training to be an aerobics coach. So there's gaps in the fundamental knowledge. Training with athletes doing harder skills that require a lot more understanding of how an athlete's body works and how the muscles you need to use when they're doing certain skills. We were like, we need to know more. And we need to be able to coach this and have an accreditation so that people trust us and we trust ourselves in the knowledge that we're then sharing. It's not just based off our own personal experience in the sport, how we were coached. It's actually having the real knowledge and skills.
Yeah, it's also from a parent's perspective as well.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
If a parent comes in, we want them to feel safe and comfortable bringing their child to us and leaving them with us under our supervision. And we are getting to the point where we are having a couple kids trying to get to that extra level, and we just want to be a better coach.
Yeah, we want to keep learning.
Yeah, we want to educate ourselves as much as we can, because we're so aware that we don't know everything. We will never know everything, but what we can do is we can inform ourselves as much as we can to be the best coach we possibly can for our students.
That's 100% correct. And I've been in the industry for decades and I still don't know everything, and I won't. Things evolve, things change, technology changes, we learn more about the body. Learning is not something you do once and then off you go. It's a continual process. And you guys just know that intuitively. That's why you were such amazing students. Anything that has to do with movement of the body requires a foundational knowledge so that we can make sure that those clients of ours are safe and we can reduce injuries. We can give them a foundation to build their skills on if they're going to be moving to an elite level like you mentioned a couple of your kids are. So again, congratulations. I said right in the intro, you two are amazing humans, and you absolutely are. There is a huge emphasis in any club that has a competition behind it, whether it be a national competition or an international competition, gymnastics, dance, martial arts, aerobics. When there is this international stage that you guys were able to podium at, there can be a lot of emphasis at win at all costs. Do whatever we need to do to get this club to that level. I see it everywhere. But one of the things that warmed my heart was in a completely unsolicited conversation, you guys said to me that your motto, your ethos is people before athletes. Can you just give the listeners a little bit of an explanation? What does that mean in an environment that can be win, 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 win? People before athlete. What does that mean?
So we always say people before athletes because we treat our athletes as the whole person. When they come into training, we always ask how their day has been at school. We know there's other factors in their lives other than aerobics. There's lots going on in their personal, social, emotional life. So it's making sure that all of those factors are working together and they are at a positive place rather than just like get it done, train hard. Because you might come in, you had a rough day at school and you've only got 50% in the tank. Just give the 50% that you've got and that's enough. So we just want to make sure that they're giving what they can, that they're okay. It's about the relationships you've got with your
always
kids.
Build relationships. That's
not
the most important part.
Yeah, it's not just the training. And that's sort of where the people before athletes come, because if they're not okay as people, they're not going to be okay as athletes. Like they're not going to be able to train. It just doesn't make sense. So we're not robots and we make sure our athletes know that.
When there is a people element, it just makes it so much easier on the body and on the soul. Would you agree?
Yeah, you've got to find the balance. Like it takes a lot to get to the high level and you want to get there, but you've got to make sure that mentally, emotionally, socially, everything is going okay too. So it just has to be finding that balance.
Yeah. We also remind them all the time as well that like there's no pressure from us in terms of results of competition as well, because kids, they're a sponge. Whatever you say, they will watch you. They'll watch your body language and that will define how they think you perceive them. So we will constantly remind them, you know, like whatever you come at this competition, it does not define your worth. It does not change the way that we see you as an athlete. It's just another competition, because at the end of the day, it's an extracurricular activity. No matter what level you are at, even if you're at the elite level, if you don't love it, there's no point in doing it. So it's constantly reminding the kids that you do this for fun. Like anything else is a bonus. And of course, you know, we have competitive nature. Yes, everyone wants to win, but it's not everything, and it doesn't define you as an athlete.
You've got to have the internal,
not as a person either.
Internal love for it.
Yeah.
It's got to come from within.
There's a reason why your club is growing. There's a reason why you will be successful. There really is. To bring this part of the show together, when you look back now, was there a specific time or event that triggered your club? Well, how did you go from elite athletes to, now we've got a club and we're growing it into a wonderful business? How did it happen? What was the trigger? Did you always want it, or did it just happen?
I think I was always the person that wanted aerobics in my life as the sole focus. So I started competing and I was like, oh yes, okay, I need more of this in every aspect. I want to coach. I would love to run a club. I'll coach for anyone. Like I just want this sport to fully encapsulate my life because it is so, so perfect. And I just knew that. So I think as I got older, I was sort of hoping for the opportunity that it would come, because this sport is quite small, but also big in this community. And I think that sort of just became an opportunity when we were at a club. We were at the age where we could sort of take on this opportunity. And it took a little bit of going back and forth, like, is this right? Can we do it? But there sort of became an opportunity where we could open a club, and there probably wasn't going to be that opportunity again. So we sort of just took it and ran with it. I know, like, Jaz was a little hesitant at first. I'm very
I was going to ask that, because the one thing is you saw an opportunity and took it. A lot of people don't recognize these opportunities, but surrounding that opportunity, there can be a lot of self-sabotage. Are we good enough? Is the time right? Do I really want to do this? And a whole bunch of other pressures that can come as well. I was going to
honestly,
ask the
'cause
question.
we had
You've
such
touched
a
on it.
short window.
Were you both like, yeah, we're all in, let's go? Or is it
Not
Paige,
fully.
yeah, let's do it, and Jaz is like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much. Because there's such a short window because we compete. So you've got deadlines. There was a competition coming up. There were kids who wanted to compete. So it was like, it's either
Do
now
we do it or
never. And at the time, I was kind of like, nah, not now. I'm going to be a primary school teacher. Like, no. And
But I was like, if not now, when?
yeah, I was like, oh, like I don't think I'm not really that kind of girl. And it was actually my dad who came to me and was like, Jaz, you need to do this. And I was like, nah. He's like, just sit on it because I think this could really be something. He's like, I know you love the sport. I know you love working with kids. It's like my two favorite things in one,
Pushed
really.
together.
So it took me a day or two, and then I kind of came back and had a moment to process it all and kind of thought, yeah, no,
I could do
like
this.
usually he's right. And you could tell that he was quite passionate as well. He was like, no, I know this is a good fit for you. He was like pretty much persuading me. The conversations
What an awesome
we were
dad.
having.
So you've got an awesome dad in your corner pushing, and you've got Paige on your shoulder going, we're doing this, we're doing this.
Yeah, we're like, all right, let's go. So next
Let's
minute
go.
we're like literally
Wow.
sitting up on my bed researching, going, what are we going to call this? We ended
Wow.
up coming up with United because like
We
that's
wanted a
like become our
meaningful
model.
name.
It's,
We're united together.
yeah.
I love
United as
it.
one. We do
love
everything
it.
together.
I love it. What a cool story. We are here with Paige Kirby and Jasmine Lockett, and we'll be back with the Focused Fitpreneur business questions right after this. Anyone, regardless of where they are right now, can get stuck and not know which steps to take next. And that's why my special gift to you is the On Top Performance Academy's Fast Track Formula. It contains the exact steps I and many other high-performance coaches have used to make six figures and beyond. And it is exactly what you need to build your successful health and fitness, side hustle, career or business. Simply go to www.ontopper.com.au. That's www.ontopperformanceacademy.com.au, or use the link in the show's description, and you can also access the featured guests, tips, guides and coaching programs. Welcome back. I'm Coach Grazie and I'm here with Paige Kirby and Jasmine Lockett, world sports aerobics champions and founders of United Sports Aerobics Club. Paige and Jaz, your business focuses on inspiring our youth and adults alike to discover the fun and rewards of sports aerobics. It provides a welcoming environment where people can connect, get fit, and be inspired. When did you know that building your own business in this space was the right pathway?
I think it kind of built over a couple years. So the first year, we were winging it. Like, we were
No
just
idea.
kind
Like
of
most of us
going
do
for
when we
it.
start out.
Yeah, like
that's
we
called
literally
being an
did.
entrepreneur. Let's
Yeah,
jump off the
actually,
cliff and
we were
build our wings on
learning-
the way down.
Yeah, we were learning as we went. So we had 10 girls our first year, and we were actually really successful at our competitions that year.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We got everyone
and-
through to nationals.
Yeah, every single
Wow.
kid through nationals. And
Yeah.
so I
Wow.
think we
Well
were so
done.
successful in that year. So we were kind of like, oh, like we can actually do this.
Maybe we
type
sort of
thing.
know what we're talking about. Like it,
Yeah.
and I think that just continued to grow through the years when we
Yes.
started to have more success. And
Mhm.
even at like big nationals and at presentations when our kids would do well, like we would start crying. We were just like so
Yeah.
overcome
So
with
invested.
joy that
Mhm.
every time like that happens, like it felt right.
Mhm.
Or even like at competitions, you're dealing with kids who are really struggling, like coming off stage, like crying because they're upset with what they've done, and we're able to sort of talk them down.
Mhm.
And you're sort of in the moment, like, no, okay, like you just sort of reaffirm that you know what you're doing and this is what you should be doing
Mhm.
because you're building them back up. So I think all those little moments sort of
Yeah.
continue to reaffirm we love what we're doing, like we are
You
in the
feel,
right job.
You just
Mm.
feel it, don't you? I knew I was in the right space, and that was when we were doing a little barbecue for my clients, burpees and beers barbecue on a Friday. And this guy's daughter came up to me and tapped me on the top of my bum. I was at the barbecue cooking some sausages and turned around, and she wrapped her arms around me and she was crying. And I said, Sal, what's wrong? And she said, nothing. I just want to thank you for saving my dad's life.
Wow.
And I just burst into tears and everyone was
Yeah.
crying. And I'm like,
yeah.
if I don't do anything else with my life, this is
I'm
enough.
okay.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
enough.
That's what's
Yeah.
so rewarding. And it's even
Yeah.
the little things, like we've been lucky that we have been quite successful in this sport. Just watching our kids experience what we once did is the most amazing thing, because it not only brings those memories and feelings back to us, watching someone else, especially someone that you've mentored and coached the whole year, experience what you once did is so special.
Okay, Focused Fitpreneur questions. Let's get on to them. What are 3 key lessons that you've learned in business or coaching that you could help a fitpreneur succeed with, and why?
I think one of them is that you never stop learning, and it's okay to ask for help. They sort of go together, but always be open to learning more, because you'll
Mhm.
never know everything. And
Yeah.
it's not a bad thing to ask for help from someone with more experience, because you will inevitably learn more. And that's a good thing.
Well, having a mentor is critical. You've got to have somebody in your corner. Okay, the second one. What is a resource, tool, or book that you would recommend, and why?
So I tend to read more psychology-based books, because I think it's really interesting learning about the mind and how the human brain works, particularly when it comes to athletes.
Mhm.
So
And kids too, when they don't even understand
then
what they're thinking.
why they're thinking what they're thinking.
Yeah.
So I've read a couple books. One is called You're Not Broken by Dr. Sarah Woodhouse, and it explains literally just how the brain works. And for someone who's an athlete who tends to feel all of the highs and all of the lows at such an intense rate, it really explains why you take on things the way you do. Even like reading your coach or reading the room, or why you're thinking a certain way. It's an easy read, and it really just explores the human brain and how it works in response to human experience, really, the good and the bad.
That resonates with people before athletes, and it's a topic that I'd like to see more training at a professional level of the mind
Yes.
and behavioural change in the fitness industry. Because as a health industry professional, as a personal trainer, as an elite coach of elite athletes, you pretty quickly discover that we can change the physiology of the body by understanding anatomy and physiology and creating session plans and programs and splits and all that sort of stuff that we learn. The mind is a different story. I have not read that book, but I will. Okay, if you were starting out again today, would you do anything differently? And what would that be? So somebody's in your shoes and they're about to go and start a club, right? Whatever the genre is there something that you would have done differently now that you're a few years down the track?
To be fair, I think we would do a lot of it the same. We really did go head first in,
Yeah.
let's just go and see how we go. But we did put a lot of pressure on ourselves to just almost be perfect at everything.
Yeah.
And it's just not, it's not possible.
No.
It's really not. It sounds cliche, but I think because we did have such a successful first year, it's almost like, well, we have to get every kid through to nationals every year, right? It's just a standard. It's not possible. We've got 60 kids now. You can only do what you can do. You've got to just have trust in yourself and not be so harsh, and don't let that inner critic just criticize everything you do. Also, praise yourself for doing so well.
Yeah. Always
The
back yourself.
self-sabotage, particularly with entrepreneurs, is a massive thing. The way that you've explained how you started your business is classic entrepreneurship. Let's just do it. Let's just jump in and we'll see what happens. Because of who you are and the way that you approached your business, you were successful. Because the thing that is counterintuitive to a lot of entrepreneurs is the business side of it. The business side of it you can't reinvent. But you have to be able to manage enrollments. You have to be able to manage your insurances. You've got to manage your space. You've got to manage your finances, etc. These are things that you need to learn and master. And as an entrepreneur, often what we try and do is find a better way. Let's add this new product. Let's add this new technology. Or let's use this accounting package. That's what entrepreneurs do. They just constantly look at pivoting and moving and changing. I see that in the way that you conduct yourself in your business, that there was definitely, and there still is, that entrepreneurial spirit, but you also recognize that you've got a business and there's paperwork and processes that you need to adhere to, which is a reason why you have a foundation to grow off of. Okay, what might be a challenge or obstacle that you might be facing now to get to your next goal? Where do you want to take United Sports Aerobics, and what's standing in your way?
Yeah. Well, we don't have our own space currently. So we hire a hall. We've got 2 different halls we kind of go between. So, of course, with that, you've got a lot of conditions, and you can't just decide to do an extra class tomorrow because you need to give your availability at least a couple days in advance. And
or other people are hiring the space past a certain time, so you can't be in there longer. You can't have a lot of your own equipment, like conditioning equipment.
Yeah, like our cars are packed.
Yeah.
They're chockers. Our boots are full of, air tracks and blocks and bands and dumbbells and all of the things. So,
and your story is the same for most people in this industry. PTs, Zumba instructors, martial arts instructors. I would definitely talk somebody out of jumping straight into a business and buying a space. You've got to do what you've done first. You've got to. Yeah. But it is very restrictive. So now you're in a position where you need your own space. You know you've got a good business. You know you've got a good model. You've got to build that to a point where 2 things have to happen. One, you need to have the financial ability to be able to afford your own space, but probably more so, you need to believe that it's going to be okay. Yeah. The mere fact you are talking about it means there is this seed growing, and I cannot wait to get you back on here sometime in the future and congratulate you for cutting the ribbon of your own space, because, guys, I know you will.
Once the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also we want to do it properly as well. Like we don't want to just race into it. And it can be hard because, there are other clubs around us who have their own studio. So it's also reminding yourself, like, it's okay
You're in your own race.
Have what they have. Yeah, stay in your own lane. We will keep doing what we are doing, and we are very much a believer of whoever's meant to come to us will come to us. Like, we will attract the people who are meant to be part of our club. So I think just always reminding ourselves of that is also really important, so you don't fall into the rabbit hole of always wanting what everyone else has. We stay authentic to ourselves, and we've been successful so far. So
people come to your club
I believe it's been working.
People train with me because of me, and this is why I have no problem sharing every single piece of my knowledge. I'll give you anything you want to know about how to build a business at any level. I will give you all of my session plans, all of my programs, all of my sequences, all of my splits, all of my meal plans and macros. I'll give them all to you. And people will say to me, Gracie, why are you doing that? Why are you giving all of that away? That PT around the corner will take your clients. I go, no, they won't. The client trains with me.
Yeah.
Not my products, with me. Can't wait to watch you guys grow. It's going to be so exciting. Okay. Now, this is a bit of a fun one, and I will eventually get to publish people's recipes because the last couple that I did have been very popular. So what is your go-to meal when you're training and why?
Okay, mine's super easy because it's not a recipe. It's just a microwave meal you can buy from Woolworths.
I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. What is it?
It's the Fitness Outcomes chicken sriracha. It's delicious.
Ooh,
it's a little bit spicy.
Yummy.
And it has rice, chicken, broccoli, and you pierce some holes in the film and you heat it up for 7 minutes and 30 seconds, and then you've got dinner. And it's so great after training and after coaching, and no meal prep. That's my meal prep. I buy it.
But
and
you've
I put it
read
in
the
my
label,
freezer.
obviously, because I know you are who you are, and it's got all the right stuff in there.
Yes.
That's just brilliant, because most people wouldn't have the courage to say that. It'd be, I make this. It's like, no. Go to Woolies, get this chicken thing, put some holes in the top, whack it in the microwave, good to go. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, guys, last thing. When it's all said and done, what do you want to be remembered for? What legacy do you want to leave?
I want to be remembered for having a positive impact in our kids' lives.
Yeah.
Like, I think back, like, I have one particular teacher, my Year 6 teacher. Like, he will forever be such a prominent person in my life. And he comes up in my mind regularly because he helped me so much through life. Even though I don't have any contact with him anymore, but just the impact he had on me is ingrained in me forever.
Yeah,
So
I think to be that person for
yeah,
someone.
I want to be that person for our girls, even if it's subconsciously,
Yeah.
just knowing that, you know, they had a positive fitness experience, and hopefully it's also something that they feel comfortable following their fitness journey in the future, whether it's aerobics or not. Yeah, I just really want to have that positive impact.
I hope
on
we're
them.
someone that like inspired them to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And that they're fully capable of doing whatever they can set their mind to
Mhm.
in everything, not just like in fitness, but also in life, because I think that would be really special.
Wow. You two really are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I just want to thank you for investing your time in the show and with the listeners. We all sincerely appreciate you. And
Thank you for having
I've
us.
said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. And I've said it before. I can't wait to get you back on sometime in the future. And we can do a bit of a series on United Sports Aerobics and where you're taking it in the world. So thank you, guys. We will see you sometime soon.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. See ya.
Don't forget to download my gift to you, the Fast Track Formula, using the link in the show's description. Thank you for showing up and listening. It's no accident you are here. This is the exposure to proven industry experts you need so you can make a big impact and grow and enjoy your health and fitness career, business, and your life. We're here to help you every step of the way, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next Focused Fitpreneur show.
Thanks for listening to the Focused Fitpreneur Podcast. The host, producers, and owners of the show make no claim that the strategies and advice delivered in the show may result in profits or result in losses. No legal, accounting, or health advice in the show is intended to be professional advice. It is recommended you seek your own professional legal, accounting, health, or any other professional advice from licensed providers. Not all information provided on the show may be suitable for your individual situation or circumstances.